Oh, there we go. Finally, I had to restart the entire app. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Team Thunder Ajama. We're finally back. I did say we were going to make videos soon, and it's not as soon as I wanted to, but I had to debate what I'm actually going to upload because I'm waiting for my deck to turn up in the post. So while we wait for that, this is a different deck. It's a more budget deck version of Gren Maju because let's be honest, if you're running Gren Maju properly, you would be running stuff like Extravagance. Extravagance is an extravagant amount of money. So I'm not running that at the moment. I used to have a playset, I should probably get it again. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get into the profile. First we're going to go into the hand trap because there's only one. There's one hand trap. Well, there's two hand. It's all in alphabetical order basically because I like alphabetical order. So we're going to be running 3 Ash Blossom because you never know what you're going to see your opponent in your opponent. And let's be fair, searching their deck is one of the main thing any deck does. So the 3 Ash is really good for that. Also, my frames keep dropping by the looks of it. Ooh. So 3 Ash. Next, we're going to be playing 3 Eater of Millions because let's be honest, if you're going to be banishing cards, one of the best ways of doing it is via this guy. Because it's literally, I attack you, I banish your card, fuck you. So yeah, I run a playset of him. Next, I will say, I think this is my last hand trap as well. It is 3 Ghost Reaper. The reason being is you're banishing your opponent's card. So obviously banishing is still good. And the extra deck isn't really used by much except Eater of Millions banishing effect. So you might as well run a ton of targets for your Ghost Reaper. So I'm running 3 Ghost Reaper and taking out targets my opponent might be running. Next, we're going to be running, obviously, the big boy, Gren Maju. If you're watching a Gren Maju deck profile, you most likely know what he does. But for those who are watching it out of like curiosity, for every banished card that you have, so every of your banished cards, he gains, I think it's 100 attack. No, hang on. I don't remember the exact amount. Yeah. My cards removed from play by 400. So 3 Gren Marjus. I am tempted to invest in the super rares because, well, that came out recently. It's the only foil they have. Next, talking of foils, I have 2 Necroface. It would be free because then I can run a lure, but I only have the 2 at the moment. So once I order the third one, again it'll be at 3, and then I'm probably going to run triple allure. So that's it for the monsters. We're now going to go into the spells, and I think like 1 trap. So we're going to be running triple called by. Reason being is again it's banishing cards. It stops your opponent's hand traps, and it stops a ton of like graveyard plays from like say zombies. So can't complain. Next, we're going to go with different dimension capsule at 3. It's one of your searches that can be negated, so it's not great. But even if it does, it still adds to your banish pile at least, so it's not too bad. But if they do destroy it, then you're screwed. Which, to be honest, with the back row hate we have at the moment, isn't great. That's probably what I'm going to replace with a lure once I can run my third Necroface. But at the moment, triple different dimension capsule isn't too bad. Next is Gold Sarcophagus. I don't need to explain. Basically, banishes. They have to negate immediately, otherwise you get the card that you want. It's not bad. I do like that. So basically, you get your Gren Maju off of that. Next is Triple Stromberg. Now, this is obviously the most expensive card in the deck, but that's only because I'm running the secrets. If you want it cheap, I think the ultras are only like £1 or 2. Golden Castle, banish 10 during every end phase, during every standby phase of yours, and basically, if your opponent attacks, it destroys the monster and deals damage equal to their attack points or half of it, one of the two. But I barely get people attack when it's up. So next, the single instant fusion were allowed. I can understand why it's been limited, but I'm still very sad about that choice. But because it's been limited, we're only running the one, and we do have a target for that in the extra deck, obviously. So it's not too bad. Next, we're running Free Ledger of Ledgermane. Basically, banish free, and then during your next turn, they get added to your hand. So, really good. So you want to run place that. It's not next turn, it's the turn after, but it's basically the Golden Castle of adding free cards to your hand as long as they're at the top of your deck. So it's actually really good. Next, we're running the dreaded Free Mystic Mine. The reason we're running this is A, so we can run set rotation. So I can give them Golden Castle and me Mystic Mine depending on the field, or vice versa. And also, so you can just stall out for a bit. Because, let's be fair, Gren Maju, you maybe have one monster on the field at a time, maybe two during the end game. But other than that, you don't have much. So Mystic Mine is really good for stalling out your opponent. And then we have our triple pot of desires. Reason we're running desires is it banishes 10 cards from your deck, which is really good for Gren Maju, and it also allows you to draw 2. There's no downside to this card in this particular deck, so you run the free. The only potential downside is if you banish your Gren Majus, but if you're playing a playset, you should be fine. Also, you've got stuff like Golden Castle, Golden Sarcophagus to search it out, so you're less likely to. So, Pot of Desires at 3 is really good. I know you can never use it at 3, so you might as well run it at 2, but the reason I run it at 3 is so you can so you see it more often. Next is our set rotation that I was mentioning earlier. Basically, give your opponent a field spell and yourself. Not bad. Next is Soul Absorption at 3. Reason, reason being is you gain a fuck ton of life points because you're banishing a lot. And then if you're gaining the life points, it makes you harder to kill while you set up for your Gren Maju. And the worst that's going to happen to you if you're going to lose, if you have Soul Absorption set up, is you'll probably lose due to deck out, due to stuff like Golden Castle and Pot of Desires. Yeah, so it does make some really interesting duels, that. And then we have our 2 searches for the field spell, which is Terraforming and Metaverse. Yeah, just so you can get your field spells. Mostly Golden Castle, depending on the field. But Metaverse is really good for like for Mystic Mine if your opponent sets up a board. So yeah, that's the main deck. And then when we come down to it, this is the extra. We have our one target for the instant fusion, our 1,000 dies. Then we have ABC, because let's be honest, ABC has been limited to 1. So if you banish their 1 copy, they're fucked. We're also targeting at the moment Starving Venom for basically the Super Poly plays. We're also targeting out the Odd Eyes Vortex. Reason we're targeting Vortex is for Pendulum, but again, this is more my targets for my local group, and the town near me. Your extra deck could look completely different for where you go, and also what's meta at the time. So you might be running Invoke Mechaba as a target. Next, we have our 2 Ultimate Golems, mostly because I ran out of target, so I'm running 2 of these to fill up the extra. Tornado Dragon, good target. Like, you just stop them from popping your back row. Not bad. Then you got your Nova to basically shut down Cyber Dragon plays or anything that abuses Infinity. And then you got your LP to stop any Dragon Link decks. Not bad. And then, you know what, I'm just going to shove them in because those 2 were to fill. Oh, that's to fill out as well, and that's to fill out. So those were filler cards. Again, don't really mean that they're, worth, like, yeah, they're not worth running as targets because they're just there to fill out the extra. Then you've got Sayuya and Borreload as other targets. So, all in all, this deck is... I'm not going to say it's the most consistent Gren maju build. It's not the greatest Gren maju build. I've seen a lot of people run Dimension Shifter, but I think they forget that the second they activate like Gold Sarcophagus, the Dimension Shifter is dead because there's a card in the graveyard. So you might as well not run the D Shifter and just run a ton of other banish cards that are guaranteed to banish instead of it. Like when I was going to run D Shifter, I was going to take out the capsules, but obviously the capsules will, still banish even if they're negated or destroyed. And if they, for some reason, they don't get any back row hate for a couple of turns, you get your card. It's actually really, it's actually decent in a sense. But anyway, that was the Gren Maju deck list. I'm not going to say it's a good deck, as I said, but I have fun with it. I have fun with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace. Oh, hang on, it's trying to make me send a message. There we go. Peace.